The storyline of the game. Storyline of the game. You can't have your 1 and 2 having 12 turnovers. But the turnovers are our inability to enter the ball. I mean, we handed it to them, and the problem with those turnovers, they turned into dunks. And when you get 18 points off turnovers, that's the storyline of the game. We have a freshman and a sophomore at our 1-2 leading us, and they had 12 turnovers between them, and that's the tough part about it right now.
Even though Milt got his 17 points, just the 8 turnovers, do you feel like it was just a rough night for him out of sync?
It was. I mean, I thought they were very active, and you know, Milt wants to win very badly. That's what I love about him, and I think he's going to be a great player in this league. He sometimes tries to do it all himself, and that's when he got in trouble, you know, with those turnovers. But without question, I mean, you know, you can't have a stat line like that. In a tight game that was going back and forth, to have 12 turnovers between your 1 and 2 it's just a lot. And they were turnovers just out front that just led into dunks.
Coach, you heard about what they had to go through a couple days
Yeah.
ago. So did you wonder what to expect from them coming in?
I said on a radio thing that I know Barry, they were gonna rally around that circumstances, and that's all you can do is rally around that. So we didn't overlook this at all. We had great spirited practices, great spirited walkthrough, and you know, we shot 55% from the field. The storylines, there's a couple of them. One is our turnovers. You just can't spot a team, anybody, especially in this league, this many points off turnovers. Another storyline is our best post player against the zone, without question, is Matt O'Leary. We were trying to get the ball in the middle of the zone. He's 6'8", he's by far our best passer. Not having him in against the zone, like every time teams go zone, we always put Matt in. I mean, because he's our best passer. He's a big target in there, so that hurt us. And then I thought a great storyline is Desmar Jackson. I thought he had a phenomenal game. I mean, he had a big-time all-league performance. 31 points, 6 assists, 4 steals, 4 rebounds, only 2 turnovers in 36 minutes. I mean, with the ball in his hand a ton. He made the big shot, then he made the big pass. And the other night, we were getting some stops defensively, and we were able to run. We couldn't get the key stops in the second half, and we could never get tempo going in our own arena. And I thought those 3 things were the storyline: the turnovers, Matt not playing, and Desmar's just a tremendous performance by Desmar Jackson.
What's O'Leary's status right now?
We're gonna see. I mean, we hope he can play against Illinois State, but we just don't know. It's going to be day by day, and Illinois State's going to play zone 2.
Did the presence of all those SIU fans take away a bit of that home court advantage?
I didn't feel that. I mean, no, I didn't notice it either. I just know, you know, for us on our own floor, we couldn't get any tempo going, and we got tempo the other night because we were getting defensive stops. We just couldn't get a run of defensive stops. I mean, I think Jackson, you know, would come up and make a big play, and then when we did get a stop, all of a sudden the momentum would stop because we'd turn it over and let a quick basket go. So that storyline of the turnovers is the game. That's the whole story right there. His 17 turnovers, 18 points off him.
How surprised were you when Jalen scores the go-ahead basket with the ball inside, does passes it to him? Were you kind of waiting for Jackson to take that shot?
Yeah, I mean, we were out in front. We were in man, and they were spreading us out, and they were going to take Jackson and go one-on-one. So we dropped into a zone. Like, we started the possession in man. They spread us out. Jackson's up top, which so many teams do, and they're trying to spread you out, and he's going to go make a play. So we immediately went to our, we saw that and then packed in a 3-2 zone. So then now we were in a 3-2 zone. We changed our defense. He comes down, jumps right over our zone, and throws it right to Pendleton, who just ducked in, just crossed the face of the bottom man in our zone. I mean, the bottom of the zone guy's got to make that play, but Jackson, his length up at the point, so I thought we did the right thing. I thought it was the right call. When you see a team spread you out, we dropped to his zone. I liked what we did. Jackson just jumped up over us, his length, and hit Pendleton cutting. And, you got to have the backside of the zone, try to, not let him get on the inside of you, and he did.
When White got that lane violation on the intentionally missed free throw. Is that something you go over in practice, knowing that the rules?
Well, we were, you know, he went too early, and he knows that. He knows better. I mean, we were definitely trying to miss the second one. Once Milton missed the first, you got to try. I mean, you got to give yourself a chance for an offensive rebound. So we were in our mode where we were going to miss. Milton knew it, so we missed, and we put in out. We were trying to get a tip in, you know, and Kiki went in too early. It's just a youthful mistake. He took away a chance to. To me, that's like a turnover. You know, I don't know if they call it a turnover. Then our next decision was this: with 1 second left, you know, no teams had timeout. The only chance was to hold, to get a foul, go down, and hopefully he misses the free throw. And you know, because if you don't foul, they're just going to throw it in all the way the other length of the court. You know, and that's what I would have done. You know, with 1 second left, I would have just pulled the string and throw it. So we were trying to give any chance we could get. You know, we had a chance. We got fouled. We had a chance to make 2 free throws. That's not the storyline. I told Milt, I'm going to send you to that foul line your whole career. You know, Milton missing those free throws, that's not the story. That didn't lose us the game. You know, I want that young kid to know that. I'm going to have confidence in him, sending him to that foul line. That didn't. The turnovers, that did.
With how close this game was, how back and forth it was, I know every conference game is important. Is the next time you face these guys, could this be the beginning of a rivalry?
Oh, I mean, I think there's going to be close games all year. You know, I just think, you know, we're just new to this league, and you know, you hope you build rivalries. And I'm just disappointed that turnovers was the key, because we've been, you know, trying to value the ball. We're efficient offensively. You look at our field goal percentage game now. I think we're one of the top 25 in field goal percentage, and you can't get shots up if you're just turning the ball over.
Right. You know, obviously after the game we talked about you know, turnovers and making mistakes and crucial points. But you know, try to look at some of the positives out of this. I guess I think it will be more battle tested for, you know, Illinois State than the rest of the league. So you know, I think now we see that we just can't, you know, beat everybody by 30 like we did last time. It's going to be a dogfight every night.
What was the plan with Desmond Jackson tonight as far as trying to make him realize?
Oh, just we knew he was going to shoot a lot, and we knew he was, you know, an efficient scorer. So we tried to make it like a team effort to stop him. But I mean, obviously, he ended up with 31, so we just couldn't contain him. So we failed our game plan ultimately.
Christian, SIU's had problems closing out games, and they have the ball in their hands, and he steps out of bounds, gives you another chance. You know, what were you guys hoping for that last possession?
Well, last possession, it was try to get me in a jump ball situation where I go up and get it and find Milton Doyle streaking along the sideline. So just catch it, get it to him, and let him make a play. He's our best playmaker, so try to just go with that.
You must have heard of what their team had to go through last few days with us, debacle. What did you guys think about that as far as how they handled it?
I mean, they handled it great. We didn't know if they were going to, you know, feel sorry for themselves, or we were just stuck on the side of the road, or if they were going to use that as a bonding experience and, you know, come together more. So I'm guessing they came together more. They beat us.
Chris, you guys usually don't have as many turnovers. You know, was it more their defense or just your kind of inefficiency?
I just think it's more our inefficiency. We'll probably have to look at the tape, but I can remember some turnovers where it was like we just passed them the ball, and you just can't win like that. You know, I just don't really understand. But
Christian, with having such a sizable amount of other teams' fans in your building, did that affect the team at all, or do you guys see that as enhancing the atmosphere?
I think ultimately enhancing, probably. You know, it is a little weird seeing a lot of, you know, SIU fans there, but the fact that we have more people in the gym is great. It's something we haven't really had a whole lot of.